Hi guys, it's Kate from SoulShine Yoga. Welcome back. Today I'm going to bring you a 30-minute gentle flow, slow flow style class. We'll move a little bit, but we'll also have some slower or longer holds in some of my favorite poses. So nothing super rigorous or strenuous, but grab your mat. I'm sitting on a couple blankets right now. If you'd like to grab a couple blankets, we're not going to start seated, but I'm just sitting on them. And then a bolster would be great. If you have body pillows, that'll work too, or regular pillows, a couple of them. And then 2 blocks if you have 2 blocks. For now, let's start lying on our backs. So go ahead and recline all the way down. And then begin with a full body stretch. Reach your arms away, reach your legs away. Try and spread the fingers and toes, maybe hooking your thumbs. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. And then bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. The legs can go a little wider, maybe even off the mat. Let the feet just flop. Try to make sure, if you're choosing one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly, that the elbows are still touching down so that the arms don't have to work. For these first few breaths, just noticing any tension, any places where you're still maybe holding or resisting or reacting. And then take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. And just taking a few more breaths here to make sure we comb through everything. So breathing in to help relax the shoulders, the elbows, the wrists, all the fingers and your thumbs. Breathing in to relax your belly, your hips, your bum, your thighs, your knees, your calves, ankles, feet and toes. And lastly, let that wash across your face, relaxing the jaw, all the tiny muscles around your eyes, and smoothing out your forehead. Try to just take an observer's view of practice today. We're not going to be focusing too much on strength or moving swiftly, so you'll have time to just observe, notice. Try to breathe fully in each moment. Staying right where you're at with each breath. With that, start to flicker fingers, toes. Maybe your wrists and ankles start to move. Maybe the arms reach. Maybe you take another full body stretch. And allowing that to soften. Start to walk your feet in and hug your knees into your chest, keeping your head on the ground. And then just starting to rock side to side there if that feels good. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Start to wake up the toes as well. Spreading them out wide. Starting to roll your ankles.
And then taking your knees in opposite directions, finding circles there, one hand to each knee. And then going the other way. And then we'll find happy baby. Take your thighs wide, your knees wide. And then you can hold on to either the backs of the calves, maybe just the backs of the knees. Or if it's comfortable right now to reach for the feet or the heels, you can do so. But just keep your head on the ground. Keep your shoulders on the ground. Keep it slow and gentle. If at any time you're not in the body, not in the breath, not in the moment, then turn the volume of your breath up more, breathing in and breathing out. And then keeping your right leg in that half happy baby shape. Let the left foot touch the ground with the knee bent, and that left hand is going to go on top of your left hip point. Breathing in, breathing out. Sending your left leg long on the mat if that feels necessary. If not, keeping it bent is totally fine too. If the left leg does reach long, then activate through by reaching through the heel, spreading out the toes, and then point flexing or flointing your left foot. Breathing in and breathing out. Catch that left leg back in for full happy baby. Taking a breath there. And then keeping your left leg, releasing the right foot to the ground with the knee bent. Place your right hand now on top of your right hip point. Breath in. And breath out. Start to reach your right leg long if it feels necessary. If not, keeping the knee bent, foot flat is perfect. But if your leg is reaching away, then flex through the foot, reach through the heel, or you could also point the foot. Just give it a job. Breathing in and breathing out. One more time, gather that right leg back for a full happy baby there. We'll take one more breath. Breathe it in. Breathing out. And then take your right shin over your left shin, just like crisscross applesauce. And then maybe you can even cross the legs a little higher, maybe that right knee over that left knee. And then from there, just reach your arms up, grab a hold of the legs wherever you can. Maybe it's the shins. See if you can start to hug the knees up towards your chest. The pelvis might lift a little, the tailbone might lift a little. That's fine, just listening. If things don't feel good, of course, just back off. Find a place that does, and that you can breathe fully in. And then from there, maybe start to reach the heels down towards your sit bones, squeezing them there. And then lastly, if it works in the body, you can start to take the heels side to side, left or right, away from each other, almost like a Gomukhasana here on our backs. Spread the toes, breathe it in, breathing out. And then switch. Take that left shin now on top of that right shin. Again, hold on to the legs wherever you can. And then maybe even crossing left knee over right knee. Just doing that if it feels conducive to you. It doesn't have to be another step up. It's not a hierarchy. It's whatever feels best in your body right now. Begin by maybe lifting The knees towards the chest. Just keeping your head supported on the ground, your shoulders on the ground. Nothing super strenuous. And then start to draw the heels maybe down towards the sit bones. And maybe reaching heels side to side, left or right, if that works in the body today. Spread the toes. And then untangle the legs there. And then hugging your knees back into your chest. Let's take a twist. Keep the right knee, let the left leg go long. And then guide your knee across you to the left as you reach your right arm to the right. Take a breath in. A breath out. Hug the belly button to gather the knees back to your chest. This time keep that left knee, let the right leg go long. Guide that knee across your body as you reach your left arm back. Head can spin. Just breathe in. Breathe out. Hug the belly button. Lift the knees all the way back to center. And then just rocking there side to side. We're going to rock ourselves up to a seat. So if you'd rather just push over to one side, you can. Or if you want to rock forward, you can do that as well. And then let's sit on top of something. So if you have blankets, a bolster, a little meditation pillow or cushion, whatever feels supportive for you, try and get the hips lifted just a smidge so that way the thighs might be able to unfold a little bit easier. And then resting there, reach the crown of the head all the way up towards the sky. And then start to take your right ear towards your right shoulder. And then from there, start to drop your chin down towards your chest. Start to roll now, left ear towards left shoulder. And if it feels good in the neck, reaching the head back. Returning right ear towards right shoulder. And now going in the opposite direction, leaning the head back. Finding the left ear towards left shoulder. And then chin to your chest. And then right ear to right shoulder. And lifting the head back up to neutral. From there, just inhale, lift your chin. Exhale to lower. Again, inhale, lift the chin. Exhale to lower. One more time, inhale, lift your chin. Exhale, let it lower. And then lifting your head all the way back up. We're gonna take a forward fold now. So maybe you keep your hands on your thighs and just start to shift your weight forward. If you can walk your hands forward, we'll do that as well. And if you feel like you're sitting on something that's a little too high and you're just tipping forward, then you can remove it. But go as far as your body wants to in the moment. Take a big inhale, lengthen the spine. And then as you exhale, just allow yourself to drape a little further. Walk your hands back in and then lean back, switch the cross of the legs. And then we'll take another fold. So again, hands can just rest on the thighs as you reach the shoulders forwards or the chest forwards. Or if the arms can touch down in front of you, try that. Take an inhale and an exhale. And then walking yourself all the way back up. Swing the hands around behind you, placing your feet in front of you, and then just start to allow the knees to windshield wiper side to side. And then from here, next time the knees land to the right, let them land. Take your arms all the way around with you to find a twist. Popping yourself up on 10 fingers or maybe your palms, it doesn't really matter. Lengthen out though. Reach the rib cage away from the pelvis and then just look over that right shoulder. If the neck feels good, maybe the eyes even stretch all the way around. And then lift your knees. Coming back forward around to the left, walk the hands around. Pop up to 10 fingers or palms, and then Once you get there, lengthen, reach the rib cage away, reach the crown of the head away, and then maybe take the chin and the eyes over that left shoulder. Now come all the way back forward, and then we're going to walk the feet back closer in. Let's extend out through that right leg, and we're gonna take this left foot and cross it over for a little bit more of a twist here. If you can't plant the foot flat, just keep it to the inside. But with that foot flat, you're gonna keep the left hand behind you. Take that right elbow around the knee or outside the knee. Inhale, sit up tall. And then exhale, twist your left shoulder back, maybe the eyes and the chin go too. Now come all the way back forward, and then we're gonna cross this leg as far over as we can, laying it down. So if it looks more like a figure 4 shape, that's totally fine too. And if you've got some space here, feel free to use a block to prop that so that you're not straining to keep the leg there. And then from here, if you're able to take that knee all the way across and stack it on top of the other knee, that's an option as well. Lastly, if it works in your body and you'd like to swing that right foot in as well, you can do so. So this is turning more into a Gomukhasana shape, either half Gomukhasana or full cow face pose. Now from here, just start to explore that fold again. Keep your hands on your legs if this is as far as the body wants to go. If the hands can touch down in front of you, then walk them out as far as you can safely. Take an inhale, lengthen, and then an exhale to fold. Walking your hands all the way back in. Now take your left hand out to the side and then start to reach your right arm up. And then you're just gonna start to reach the right arm out and over. Try and keep the heart and the belly button pointing forward. Find space in both sides of the body, left and right side. And then same thing applies with the neck. Try not to like kink your neck or find like a broken lollipop, but instead lengthen on all 4 sides. And then just reach. And then we'll try the other side. Coming all the way back up and over, right hand touches down, and then that left arm reaches up and over. Now going to whatever feels safe, exploring here. Again, try not to allow the heart and the belly button to drop down, but keep everything pointing forward. Space on all sides of the body, all sides of the neck, and just reach, 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 reach. And then come all the way back up, and then untangling your legs there. And then we'll find that on the other side. Let that left foot go out now. And then for the twist first, that right foot can stay planted inside the leg or outside the leg. Do the one where you can find a solid connection with that right foot. That right hand is gonna go behind you and that left elbow wrangles the knee or outside the knee. Inhale, lift. And then exhale to promote rotation. Do one more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, rotate. Now coming back forward for more of our Gomukhasana or cow face. One option is just staying in this figure 4 shape and supporting this knee if you need to. The next option is taking that knee as far across the body as it will allow and staying here. And then lastly, if it works, the left foot can come in as well, but there's no hierarchy. It's no bonus points. It just means your thighs externally rotate a little easier than internally. That's fine. Now from here, we're gonna explore that fold forward again. So hands can start on the legs and then just reaching your heart forward. See how far the body wants to go. If the hands can reach in front of the legs, then you can use them to extend maybe a little further, lengthen, and then exhale, fold. Crawling your way back up, start to reach your right arm out, and then take that left arm up and out to the side. Taking a few more breaths here, just try and find space, all sides of the torso, all sides of the neck, and then softening. One more breath. And then switching, reaching your left hand over now, reaching that right arm all the way up and over. Now again, space out, all 4 sides of the torso, all 4 sides of the neck, and lengthen. One more breath there. And then coming all the way back in, untangle the legs and bring them out in front. From here, let's take tabletop, hands and knees. So a cushion under your knees or a blanket if you need any extra support. Bring the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees right underneath your hips, and then spread the fingers. As you inhale, belly drops, chin forward, eyes up. As you exhale, try to hug the belly button and tuck your chin as you round into your upper back. Again, inhaling, belly drops, chin forward, shoulders stretch down the spine. And exhaling, hug the belly button, round into the back. Do one more time. Inhale, drop. And exhale, 2 round. Now come back to neutral and then reach back through that right leg. Ball of the foot touches down. Just push back through the heel, softening into the knee so you're not feeling any pressure in the back of the knee. And then rock up over the right toes, giving that foot some love. Do the same thing one more time. Push back through the heel, soften that right knee, and then rock up over the toes, stretch into the front of the foot and that ankle. Now allowing the toes to tuck under of that right foot. Take that right foot off the mat to the left and look over your left shoulder. Make sure you can see that foot. Plug the ball of the foot down, and then we're going to keep this left hand supporting us. Make sure it feels sturdy. Stay right here if this is plenty, or you can take that right arm and kind of do the same exact thing. Reach that right hand now out wide. Just breathe into the side body, breathe into the outer hip, and allow the head to just bow. If there's space, take one more breath. And then walk your right hand back, walk your right leg back. Right knee returns, and then reach back through the left leg. Ball of the foot touches down. Just push back through that heel, soften into the knee, and then rock up over the left toes. Stretch into the front of that ankle. One more time, push back through that ankle, or the heel, sorry. Soften the knee, and then rock up over the left toes. Soften into the front of the ankle. And then push back through the heel, tucking the left toes. Now you're going to take that left foot all the way to the right as far as it'll go, and look over your right shoulder. Try and find the foot. Push down into the ball of the foot. Make a solid connection there, and keep that right hand if you'd like to go further. If not, just stay. And then take that left hand over to the right as far as it wants to go too, and then lengthen into that where you feel it. Breathe in. Breathe out. And slowly release and return. And then from here, we're going to tuck all 10 toes and sit back into an active child's pose. So if this is too intense, just untuck the toes. See if you can allow the forehead to touch down, allow your elbows to touch down, and then roll your wrists, wiggling your fingers, showing them some love as well. And then reaching your arms all the way back forward, clawing at the mat. As you inhale, start to round forward, hugging the belly button, rippling through the spine. And then as you exhale, push your hips back to that child's pose. We'll do 2 more like that. Inhale, hug your belly button. Ride the breath the whole way. Soften the elbows. And then exhale, push back, child's pose. Do 1 more time. Inhale, round forward. And then exhale to round back. Now, forehead lands. Take your right arm and reach it back by your right foot with the palm facing up. So we're going to do the same movement we just did, but we're going to use that right arm a little bit differently. So claw at the mat with that left hand. As you inhale, hug your belly button, round forward, and drag that right arm along the mat. Reach forward. As you exhale, start to cactus that right elbow and sink your hips back, landing back down into that child's pose. So follow your whole breath. As you inhale, round forward, drag that right arm with you. Reach it forward and then up. Bend that right elbow whenever you need to. And then exhale, float back. Let's do 1 more time. Inhale, rounding forward, reaching forward. Peel that right elbow back and then let it land. Forehead on the ground. Send that left hand back, palm facing up, and reach your right arm forward. Connect with all the fingertips of that right hand and find it on the other side. As you inhale, start to round forward, drag that left arm, reach it forward, and then exhaling, start to bring it all the way back down. Do 2 more like that. Inhale, round forward, reach forward, and then up and go back. and land. And then one more time, inhale, round forward, reach. And exhale, back and land. Forehead on the ground. Both arms reach forward. Inhale to come forward. And then this time, let's find downward facing dog. Try to soften the knees. Try to root into all 10 fingertips. And then push your sit bones up towards the sky by pressing into the fingertips and the whole perimeter of your palm. Think of lengthening your side bodies, lengthening your pelvis away from the ribs, stretching the torso long. From there, walk your feet all the way forward towards the top half of the mat. Take as many steps as you need. We'll find hip width distance with the feet when we get there. 2 fists fit between your big toes. And then from there, halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out, soften the knees. And then exhale, fold forward. Let's do it again. Halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out. And then exhale, fold all the way back down. One more time, halfway lift. Stick your butt out, stick your chest out, shoulders back, and then exhale, fold. Let's round up from here. So bend the knees, push into the feet. Arms are heavy, head is heavy. Roll all the way up to the top. And then peel the shoulders down the spine. From there, inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, bend the knees, swan dive back down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold to breathe out. Roll back up, bend the knees, push into the feet. Everything is heavy. And then inhale, sweep it all the way back up. Swan dive right back down. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, we'll roll up one more time here. Bend the knees, let everything feel heavy all the way to the top. And then one more time, inhale, reach. And exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. And then step back to plank, breathing out. Armpits are right over the wrists. And kneeling plank works too, if need be. Wherever you're at though, you're pushing yourself away from the mat. You're hugging the elbows. You're lifting the ribs as high as you can and squeezing the belly button. Take another inhale to rock forward. Elbows draw towards each other as you release to the mat. And from there, toes point back, reach your arms back, palms touch down. We'll do locust. Inhale, lift. Try to look straight down. And then exhale, release. Do it again, inhale, lift. And exhale to release. Do one more time, inhale, lift off. And exhale, release. Let's push back to child's pose. Toes tucked or untucked, it's your call. Allow the wrists to wiggle, the fingers to wiggle. And then from here, make your way to tabletop. And then we're going to swing the legs around in front to come to a seat. And then we're going to grab a hold of our bolster. We're going to take a seated forward fold here. So if you'd like to sit on top of something too, take a blanket. Or maybe two. And then we're going to find Baddha Konasana with the soles of the feet touching, knees going wide. Now, you might even need your blocks as well, so all the props. And then lift the knees, place the blocks to support the legs, or maybe you just need pillows to do so, but find some support, especially if the knees are not fully supported on the ground. Now from here, just like any of the other forward folds we did earlier, start to just test the waters, maybe lean forward, see how far the body wants to go. If it's pretty tall, then you can use that bolster and just kind of hug it and round forward. But find a way to try and support the head, the neck, the shoulders, so that you can draw everything. yourself to be fully supported. You can shed anything that's still sticking, anything that's still trying to cling and hold on. Try to let go. Slowly start to make your way all the way back up. From there, moving any props out of the way. Even if you're sitting on top of something, let that go as well. And we'll take a few full body cat-cows here. So bringing your legs out in front, the hands behind you. Just start to point your toes, squeeze your shoulder blades, lift your chin. And then as you exhale, start to pull the toes back towards your face, tuck your chin and let the shoulders drop towards each other. Again, inhale, point the toes, squeeze the shoulders, lift the chin. And then exhale to round into your back body. Do one more like that. Inhale. And exhale. And then from here, we're going to set up for one more posture. So you're going to need 2 blocks towards the end. And then you're also going to want your bolster, and we're going to sit on top of the bolster. So the bolster kind of lands towards the middle of the mat because we're going to spill the shoulders and the head, singular head, one head towards the back. So you're going to sit on top of your bolster. Again, if you only have pillows, then maybe you take 3 or 2 and try and stack them up, or maybe like a couch cushion or 2. And then the blocks are just to help support the legs, and you might find out you don't really like that to keep them elevated. So bring the blocks in close. As we set the blocks up in this moment, you want them to be kind of like calf level portion of the leg, because when we recline back, you're going to slowly start to allow the legs to move back, and essentially the blocks end up supporting your ankles or closer down towards the feet. Ideally. Now again, you might not feel like you need blocks, or the legs don't want to be elevated, and that's totally fine. And then as for the upper body, how much of the shoulders are off the block, or the bolster I mean, is totally up to you. Head is on the ground, definitely. Shoulders, my whole entire shoulder blade is pretty much on the ground, or at least spilling off the bolster. Take your arms out wide if that feels comfortable. Palms up. Try and find the most supportive, sustainable version of this shape here. Maybe even allowing the eyes to close. And then slowly start to move your arms. You can bring them back down by the bolster, down by the sides, and then bending your knees, you can walk your feet in. If the blocks fall, who cares? Now to dismount, you're just gonna pick a side to roll towards. Go ahead and roll towards one side to push yourself up slowly. Eventually removing props out of the way. And then from here, we're going to recline all the way back, but let's set up for our Shavasana now. So we'll use the bolster to support underneath the knees and calves so they're bent. And we'll take one block with us so we can do that occipital massage here. So recline all the way back. Knees are bent pretty deeply. And then from there, lifting the head with that block on medium, tilting the block backwards if you can, balance it. Just allow the arms to rest. Finding it, some pressure right at the base of the skull. Maybe even start to rock your head towards the right or lean it towards the right. Come right back to center. And then lean your head to the left. And coming back to center. Just take a breath there. Drop your shoulders. And then reaching back to remove the block. Allowing your head to return. Observing any after effects. Allowing any tension to soften. Feel free to stay as long as you like, as long as you can. When you're ready, finding flickers and toes and fingers, ankles and wrists, starting to rock your head gently. And then stretching, arms reach, legs reach, breathe in, breathing out, hugging the knees, and then just rocking to your right. Slowly push your way back up. Into a seat, sitting up tall, dropping your shoulders, relaxing your face. Take a big breath in and let go. Bring your hands together, yourself, your body, your practice. And then thumbs to your forehead, connecting the heart with the mind. Show gratitude for making it to your mat today. And to each other, we can say, Namaste.
Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. Hope you liked it. Leave any comments with requests or anything you'd like to see in the future. And stay happy, stay healthy, stay sane, keep breathing. Thanks guys. Bye.